Thanks for joining me on this video. So the sculpture behind me is a very good metaphor for what I want to talk about today, which is support. You can see the sculpture supporting itself, shows some strength over there. Support is one of those things that we all need in life, and it's one of the hardest things to ask for, especially in this times we're living in, where you're taught that being independent and never needing anybody is showing strength, and you should never be one of those kind of people who seeks help and stuff like that. Well, for 2 years I was in therapy, and I just quit my therapy this week. I just had my last sign-off session with my therapist because I felt that we had reached the end of the helpful phase of this, and that I could take on the journey. Let me tell you why I got in therapy first, then we'll get into why I quit and what I think people who need support should take in terms of action they can do right now, okay? Hey, so we're out here in Philadelphia on this very cold Saturday morning. It's about 39 degrees Fahrenheit, which is just about 4 degrees Celsius or centigrade. So it's really, really cold. I have my jacket and everything. I want to talk about something today that is kind of like a sensitive issue, and a lot of people have a hard time talking about this. But I just feel like, as somebody who has some experience with this, some people could gain some insight to it. So let's put 5 minutes on the clock, because that's about how long this conversation will take, probably less. But I recently quit therapy, and I know this is a crazy time to quit therapy, because a lot of people are having such a hard time right now, with the pandemic and all the stress that's going on. People are losing their jobs, people are dying. I mean, it's just miserable for a lot of people, and there's no real end in sight with COVID-19. The vaccines are there, but then every day you hear, oh, there's a new strain variant and stuff like that, and it's a horrible time right now, and a lot of people are suffering. But this is the time I decided to end my therapy. So I've been in therapy for about 2 years. If I stayed until April, this is the 3rd of April, I would have been in therapy for about 2 years. But the reason I quit is because, a couple of things. First of all, let's start from why I got in therapy. I think the trigger for me that actually sent me into the doctor's office was a couple of years ago I suffered a loss. One of my really good friends passed away. He was actually murdered out in California, gun violence, and we're really, really close. Like, he was one of those people, one of those friends that really gets you, and you just like on the same page constantly, and like you just vibe really well, and you get each other, and you can always count on each other. Yeah, he was that for me. I don't really have a lot of people like that in my life, so that loss, his murder, really hit me really hard, and I was just like not handling really well, and I knew I needed some external help, and so I sought the help, and it's been really helpful. I'm not discounting therapy. I'm telling you, if you feel like you're suffering right now, that the pressure you're undergoing right now is really like overwhelming, by all means go and see a therapist. I tell you, it is life transforming. I know a lot of people usually think, if you go to therapy, maybe you look weak, maybe it's a sign that you can't handle the stress, you're not man enough, or you're just not cut out for it, and all that kind of stuff. I'm telling you, people seek help because they want to stay strong, not because they're weak and need some sort of support. It's because you want to maintain that control, you want to stay in charge, and that's why you need that help doing it. So anyway, I've been seeing my therapist for about, if I'd say till April, it would have been 2 years. I ended that relationship with her. Last week was actually our last session, and then this week we just signed off. But it was helpful. It was really helpful, and I think for me the key issues that were affecting me were, I had stuff with like self-focus and just kind of like believing in myself. I'm a really confident person, and really I thought my self-esteem was high, but when I looked back at it, I had a lot of doubt because I had outsourced a lot of my happiness to a lot of external things and a lot of external people, and that was just holding me back. You can imagine, like, if you're a chef and you really know that you're good at the kitchen, but you can never get yourself to actually go to the kitchen and start cooking, and then you're lying down on your couch and you're wondering why you're starving, yet you have all the appliances to make a meal and you know how to do it. So that was just me in my life. I think I have a lot of old skills, and I'm really confident about my abilities, my education, and all that kind of stuff. By the way, I have a degree in psychology as well. But I just wasn't achieving the things I wanted to achieve, and because I just wasn't getting off my butt and doing a lot of stuff, because I was my standards for looking at the things I achieved and measuring my happiness and all that kind of stuff was all screwed up. It wasn't my scale was broken. And so it really, really helped me. But the reason I ended it, as we come to an end, is that I feel that after these 2 years, a lot of the stuff that I wanted help with, and a lot of the stuff that I needed support with, were things that we had covered. We had covered and kind of were beginning to go over them again. And I was like, I think I got it from here. I really do. But mental health is important, let me tell you. It's really, really important. And one thing that you can start doing for yourself right now, if maybe talking to somebody is not something that you really think works for you right now, is just start exercising. I'm telling you, just get up and just start exercising. You don't have to, think about, oh my God, I'm not as healthy or as fit as I am. Just go run around your block. Go run around your estate. Go, just do jumping jacks or something. I'm telling you, it starts like that, and then you start feeling better, and then if you keep on going, somehow you'll feel better. And there's some people who really need like medication and more support and all that kind of stuff, and that's also okay. For me, I didn't really need any of that. My psychology sessions, my therapy sessions were more about talk therapy. I love talking, and I realized, some of the stuff I was actually paying her to listen to and help me solve were actually things that I could actually share with people, and like this, and actually things that some of them are interesting, and some of the experiences I've had, I think other people could benefit from. Yeah, so that's my spiel. Mental health is very important, especially right now that things are so different from what we're used to. If you need the help, seek it. Don't listen to that inner voice, those people around you who keep on telling you that you don't need therapy. If you think you need support or counseling, go and get it. I'm James Okungu. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Stay healthy.